for Oceania. We were playing the monocolour rules under the new ban list, and I got 5th place with my WarGreymon, Dorbikmon, Ragna Lordmon deck. And so that's what I want to share with you guys today. I want to give you the list and a bit of a breakdown about sort of how it works, the choices I made. So because I'm great at editing, I'm just going to pan my camera down because I have no editing skills. So here's the deck here. We'll start with the eggs, pretty much as any good profile does. We played 4 of the BT5 Coromon. Ignore the poor copies. We played 4 of those. We just want to draw eggs. We didn't expect too many Wargrey mirrors, so I didn't really feel like I would need the additional DP from the BT9 egg. I just wanted to draw more cards and find my Ragna combo more. So that's those. We get to the rookies. We first played 4 of this Argumon. This Argumon's inheritable with the +1k all turns DP. It is very good. Helps when you need to beat over stuff with a level 5 instead of a level 6. And he's just the best searcher. He'll find you any Greymon, and he also finds you Tai. I do play Tai as a memory fixer in this deck. So we played 4 of him. We played 4 Argumon X Antibody. If you know how Ragnarlord works, you want a bigger stack as possible. So we play him because we want our stack to be big, and also he's a search for our Wargrey pieces. Generally, most games, I actually didn't win with the Ragna combo. I actually just won by being a WarGreymon deck. So having consistency to find that line is really good. He's also a dinosaur. He goes under Ragna. Not Ragna, Dorbik. Then we played 3 of this guy. The ST7 Argumon. +2k whenever you swing into a player. Not once per turn, so triggers on both of WarGreymon's raid attacks. He's also a dinosaur, so he goes under Dorbik. Really handy when you need to raid with the level 5 Metal Greymon. Just makes him much bigger. We played 4 of this Greymon. One of the biggest issues in testing that I came up with was not having enough memory, not being able to get into WarGreymon and keep turn. It allowed my opponent to then try and remove it or de-digivolve it. I wanted to always make sure that I had the memory fixing Tai on the board so that I could always go push up my level 5, go into WarGreymon, do 2 checks, drop Dorbik, and then Ragna for the game. So we played 4 of him just to make sure, and the +1k all turns is also very nice. We played 4 Greymon X Antibody. I didn't play BT11 Greymon X Antibody because I valued the protection too much. I wanted to make sure I always had protection on my stack, because with so much Beelzemon running around, if you do run into situations where you need to move up early and commit a body, if you don't have that protection, then you're just going to lose that body, and you get set so far behind. So we played 4 of this one and 0 of the other one, because you can't obviously play the white X Antibody spell in the Ultimate Cup monocolour format. So we just maxed out on him. All the Greymons are dinosaurs to go under Dorbikmon, so that's handy. Now, the first part of the combo, if you've seen it before, we played Flamedramon. He is a Dragonkin, so he goes under Dorbikmon. His when digivolving effects don't matter. It's just the fact that he has this inherited end of turn effect to DNA digivolve your WarGreymon and your Dorbikmon into Ragna Lordmon. So that means you can pass turn by playing the Dorbik and then still go into Ragna, who will then blitz, clear all their security, and punch for game. So very important part of the combo. We played 3 BT12 Metal Greymon. He's just the best one because he's black-red. Raid is such a strong ability. A lot of people had to play differently in fear of getting raided into and losing their early stack. Playing a Tamer for free is also really nice. And the piercing is super important because generally when you do the Ragna combo, you need to swing at least 2 security first, because generally getting more than 3 security off the Ragna burn is really hard. So piercing, so you raid, you swing into their dude, pierce. If you restand because of the raid, you'll get another 2 to 3 checks generally as well. So sometimes you just clear their whole security and their whole board with WarGreymon on his own, and it's just fine. Because I loved the protection so much, I played 3 Alteris mode. I also played 3 Alteris mode because I was super keen for more draw power in the deck. So the bigger I could make my stack, the more I could draw for free. It's just all beneficial. So extra protection, extra draws, extra pops if I have tie. Really good card, really solid. There were quite a few times during the tournament that I actually just went Metal Greymon, Alteris, 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 and I actually drew into combo from there. So 3 of those guys, and for the last ultimate, 3 Metal Greymon X antibodies. So 9 ultimates, a bit of a higher ultimate count, but because I was evolving ultimate on ultimate so often, I wanted to really make sure I had a slightly higher count to really see my pieces. So this one, obviously very good. Evolves for free, which is the main thing. The extra DP means you can sometimes check megas as a level 5, and the extra security attack is huge, especially if you don't have tie, because you generally need to check 2 security before doing the Ragna Lord combo. So that was the ultimate lineup. I'm going to keep this guy here just to go through the combo a little bit. So main mega of the deck, 4 WarGreymons. This is the BT12 one. It has raid. When an attack target changes, it restands. When you evolve, it gains reboot and plus 3,000 power. So he's always very big. Like, he's this Metal Greymon X plus himself. He's generally sitting on like 18 to 20k. And he stays like that until you're at the end of your opponent's turn. So very hard to clear, especially when he has protection from the Greymon X's. So with Hunters not in the Ultimate Cup format, it's very easy to just stick him on the board and he probably won't get cleared. The raid with the piercing is super nice for just keeping pressure whilst also pushing. The reason I ran this over Black WarGreymon, I don't actually run Black WarGreymon, is because I felt in the Ultimate Cup format there weren't so many tamers that I wanted to pop. The main one would be Iron Marco. Analog Man is much of a muchness because it's very easy to just set up a second Analog Man. So the main one would have been Iron Marco, but I felt with this version of the deck that I wasn't wanting to evolve for 4. I know other versions of the deck play Marcus, so you swing with this, tap the Marcus, go back up to 4, and then you can go into the Black Wall Grey without passing turn. However, that just wasn't my priority here. I wanted to make sure that I could always evolve for the cheapest cost possible, and so this being 3 over any level 5 with Greymon in the name, Metal Greymon in the name, he was the best one. Now, my other level 6, 3 copies of Dorbikmon. So this guy's obviously part of the OTK combo with Ragna Lordmon. You play him for reduced cost up to 5 Digicross materials. There's plenty of names in this deck. You might have thought there's not too many names because there's like Argumon X, there's the Argumon, there's 2 Greymons, Flamedramon, Dorbik, and Wargrey. It's actually plenty of names. I was not really ever finding that I didn't have enough names. Because generally you pass turn anyway. Your WarGreymon stack is at least big enough to get 2 security guaranteed. And if your Dorbik stack is big enough to put Ragna into that 12 sources number, then it's just a bonus. Also, popping stuff on play means he's a very good removal. Very hard to then out. You have to out a level 6 with 12k after that. He can then push for 2 checks if you manage to play him same turn. Very good card. Very good card. Happy with him. And then the last part of the combo is Ragna Lordmon. So we played 3 copies of him. I played 3 copies of each of the combo pieces because I wanted to make sure that I found them. Because in this version of the deck, you can't play the black Argumon that searches for Dragonkins, which means Dorbic and Flamedramon had less searches. I also wanted to just make sure that with my red memory boost, I didn't have to be super selective. I wanted to make sure that with my red memory boost, I could just pull my Greymon line, play the game with that, and then naturally draw into the 3 combo pieces. Now, if you don't know the combo, what it is, it's basically you have a WarGreymon stack. We'll just, for example, put just 5 cards under here. So you push out with 3 memory, you evolve into him, you're at 0, you take 2 security by swinging with him, then you'll play the Dorbicmon with as many sources as you sort of can, play him for the reduced cost. With the Flamedramon, you've passed turn, but you can end of turn DNA Digivolve into Ragna Lordmon, and what he will then do is he says he blitzes, and then for every 4 sources, he will delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 20 and trash a security. He does not need to delete in order to trash. Sometimes you just get to trash. So he will trash, for example, with this stack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'll trash 2 security, and then he has the attack go through. So if they only have 2 security left, that attack is a direct attack for game, whilst also clearing their board. It was actually very good into the Machinedramon matchup. Having this WarGreymon poke 2 protections with Raid Restand, the Dorbicmon potentially taking a 3rd with its on-play effect, and then with the DNA Digivolve, Ragna clears the 4th protection off of a Chaosdramon. That actually did come up in one of my games. I cleared 4 protections to push for game with this. Alright. It also came up once that I just sort of went into this to clear board, and then next turn I was able to just swing with him, restand because the security went, and swing again. Because they couldn't out the level 7. So that is the Megas. Just clear these cards out of the way now. Very happy with the ratios. Sometimes I did find myself digging for 1 or 2 pieces. Surprisingly, this was the hardest guy to find all day. Don't know how that works, but it is what it is. So that's it for the Digimon. Like I said before, I was playing Memory Reset a tie. I wanted to make sure that I was getting as much value as quick as possible. With the Greymon that plays a tie, and also make sure that I was always able to get set to 3 memory. Because 3 is that magic number where you can evolve into the WarGreymon or into one of your level 5s and make somewhat of a push. So we played 3 tie just to make sure we saw it. For options, we maxed out on memory boost. We wanted to make consistency as high as possible, and also have things that will gain us memory on our push turn. So that is the red memory boost. Pretty self-explanatory. The last 2 cards, I didn't play Gravity Crush because I felt like the card wouldn't be found enough to where it would matter so much. What I actually wanted to play was cards that could find me more pieces. Cards that, if I draw them early, they can actually progress my game plan. And so the last 2 cards in the deck was 2 copies of Fireball. Shout out to Aaron for suggesting this. Shout out to Aaron generally for helping me build this deck. Aaron got, I believe, 22nd place as well. Got an unlucky draw and an unfortunate loss in the event. But yeah, the Fireball, like, a cheaper way to pass turn, and more often than not, this draws you 2 cards. I once actually had this to clear a Terriermon that was memory blocking my red memory boosts as well. So, very useful card. This card is awesome. So I was very, very happy that I played Fireball. Also means that, like, it works with your magic numbers. So, like, if you have tie and red memory boost, you're just missing your WarGreymon, and, like, for some reason you need to make some sort of a push. You can still push out, use the memory boost, draw 2 with Fireball, and you still have that 3 memory. to go up into the WarGreymon if you manage to find it. So there you go. That is the deck profile. Those are the cards I played for the Ultimate Cup. I came 5th place, top 8, snagging myself this lovely top 8 Gallantmon. It is a very nice card. Very happy with that. It's my second top 8 placing this round of Ultimate Cups. Obviously, I've had plenty before. And I also want to take this into Standard now and play with that. It was so much fun. It's just really fun. People were not expecting the combo. I managed to get in early when people were just they had no clue about it. Now you actually see that Ragna Lordmon is everywhere, which is crazy. Just to quickly recap my matchups for the day, I played one Beelzemon round 1. I lost. That was my one loss, was round 1 against Beelzemon. My opponent got very lucky. He's a good player as well, so I'm not too upset about losing to that. Trying to remember my other matchups. Then there was a Shine Grey, Red Hybrid, a Bloom Lord, 2 Machines, and I cannot remember the last one. But we won all those. So I guess I was lucky that losing the first round, I managed to sort of, I guess, duck under the rest of the Beelzemons. I'm not going to lie, it's not an unfavored matchup, but it's still a 50-50. It's obviously a race. Like, can they combo and kill me, or can I combo and kill them? So I was just very happy I didn't see any more Beelzemon. But yeah, that is the deck that I got 5th place with at the Oceania Ultimate Cup in the monocolour format. So thank you very much.